Hi, welcome to my sailing channel. This is Arlen Rosenoff, and this is Blue Raven II, a Freedom 28 sailboat, and Little Raven, a polywog dinghy, based in Everett, Washington. She is the reincarnate of the Freedom 21 that I had, named Blue Raven. I completed the renaming ceremony on May 3rd, 2026. I faced all four directions and requested safe passage from the four wind gods, and now christen the Blue Raven II. My plan for my first overnight voyage and my first anchoring in Blue Raven II was to head over to Holmes Harbor, Whidbey Island, and pick an anchorage location where I would be protected from the forecasted northeasterly wind. I chose to anchor in Green Bank, which is right across the harbor from a spot that I was hoping to visit, called Whidbey Island. As a little bit of background, my wife and I used to live on Whidbey Island at a place we affectionately called Aqua Lane. I used to sit on the deck of Aqua Lane and look out over Holmes Harbor and watch sailboats come and go, dreaming that someday that would be myself. The beachcombing was also spectacular. We also like to walk out to Whidbey Island, which at low tide is passable by foot, and at high tide becomes an island. Underway, I've got about 13 knots of wind, just a few white caps, 2 to 3 foot seas. Got one reef in the main and the staysail up, and yeah, doing really nice, almost 5 knots. And I think the wind's going to get stronger in Saratoga Passage, so I'm going to leave that reef in, so I'm ready for whatever it throws at me. On a close reach, full sail toward Hat Island. Whidbey's over here on the left. Saratoga Passage is right up that way, and that's where I'm headed. And the wind's kind of died down a little bit. That's all right. Coming up on Hat Island, some really cool beach houses over there. That cliff is really pretty. I love the sea cliffs on these islands over here. And I'm about to throw a tack here and head over toward Langley. Making way toward Whidbey Island. Everett Way in the distance in the back. The southeast tip of Camano Island. This island's a lot bigger than this and makes it look. This is fun. This guy and I passed each other earlier, pretty close, and then we've been tacking back and forth, and he's been paralleling my course, and we're just about same speed. Really nice. I'm not using the autopilot, and just got this thing set, the sails trimmed, and I haven't touched the wheel for probably 5 minutes, and it's just tracking perfectly straight. Even when the wind shifts a little bit, it's adjusting to it, which is crazy nice.
Just really super conditions. There's Whidbey. Holmes Harbor is right there. And my new buddy, this guy, we've passed each other within 300 or 400 feet several times, and now he's right on the line behind me, chasing me down. And I actually think he's gaining a little bit. A lot of fun. What a cool place to fly a kite. How funny is that? He just caught up with me. Late afternoon, sailing into Holmes Harbor. There's Whidbey Island and Baby Island right there, which I hope to visit. Drop anchor here in Green Bank. I'm looking for about 28 to 30 feet of water. I pulled the dinghy up alongside so that it doesn't get fouled in the propeller as I'm backing up and setting the anchor. I've got the anchor untied and the windlass is all geared up and ready to rock and roll. So we're going to set the hook here in about 2 minutes. Anchored at Green Bank in Holmes Harbor. And I'm in about 28 feet of water, 30 feet of water. Tide's going to drop about 12 feet. So I made sure I've got enough room for the tide drop. And I'm closer to high tide right now, so. Pretty spot. Looking forward to the sunset and the moon to come out. This is the part I love about being at anchor. And here's the birds. The sky and the water's turning pink. And it's calm, which is nice. No storms blowing through tonight. Really pretty bluff. I woke up at about 12:30 a.m. and that's always an opportunity to go outside and check out the moon and the stars, and also make sure that I'm not drifting or dragging under anchor. All good. This is always a funny experience. I pull the hatch boards out and it looks like I'm out in the middle of the bay, which would not be good. It would have meant that my anchor dragged. Then I get up and turn around and I'm pretty much in the exact same spot I was. The next step is to row my dinghy from Green Bank over to Baby Island. Google Earth said the straight line distance is 1.89 miles. I'm sure with all the zigzagging that I did, I was well over 2 miles. Blue Raven at anchor. Definitely squawking my arrival. I've got followers. These otters followed me all the way across the bay. Spent the last probably 50 minutes rowing. When I pulled up to the beach in the dinghy, stepped out, my knees buckled. I was so tired, fell back in the water in about 6 inches of water. So now my pants are wet. But what a cool place. From a distance, it looks like the island has white sandy beaches, but it's actually not sand. It's all cracked shells, all cracked seashells. Interesting to look at the sandstone. Got rocks and shells embedded in it.
I don't want to leave. Paddling back, I spotted some harbor porpoises having fun. That was cool. Never far behind. They've been following me all the way across the bay. They're like puppy dogs. They gotta see what I'm up to.
Wing and wing. Headed back towards Everett. The temperature is perfect. Feels like it's about 75 degrees. Blue skies, downwind run, and not working very hard. Running downwind. A little bit of a following sea. It's kind of fun because it looks like the waves are just staying pace with the boat. About the same conditions as yesterday. White caps, about 14 knots of wind, 15 knots of wind. But it's downwind today. I'm making great time. Be honest, does this hat make me look retired? Conditions like this are just hard to imagine. My dinghy is planing. Hat Island, accessible by boat only. I've got about 17 knots of wind. The auto helm's getting a little bit of a workout. It's kind of rolly out here. Definitely turned out a little bit stronger than forecasted. This is definitely not the most comfortable ride on a broad reach. Basically side to the wave, so I'm rolling with each wave. But that's the direction I need to go. Didn't get me. Trying. I was just waiting for one of them to come over the rail and hit me and get me wet. And as I guessed, the wind behind Hat Island has dropped about, it's dropped probably 5 to 6 knots. And so this will make it easier to take in sail when I get closer. Nice.
Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the water.